I just gotta tell you guys, we have Twitch emotes. So if you want to use these, please go check out my Twitch, link in the description. It takes you 2 seconds to go down there and press the follow button and sub offline if you want to. Look at these adorable emotes. Only 3 of them can be used right now. These 3, woo! The rest of these cannot be used right now because we only have 3 emote slots. So if you would like to use these adorable emotes, please go press the follow button and sub if you really want to. And we just have the brand new ones come in too. Cocopium, Tepe, and Yaimiko emote that I would love for y'all to be able to use. But unfortunately we can't right now because we only have 3 emote slots. Very copium. So please go follow my Twitch. Thank you. On to the video. Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku here, to continue my Fake Order Lostbelt number 3 Let's Plays. So, story only chapter. Gonna immediately jump into it because it's probably gonna be a long one. Section 5. The White Cavalry Heroine, the best in the land. Also, if you guys like to support me, support the channel, there's a Patreon, link in the description. Any tier you donate to gets you access to my Discord server, and it's got to really it. Check it out. Amidst the flowers... Amidst the flowers a jug of wine I pour alone, lacking companionship. So raising the cup, I invite the moon. Then turn to my shadow, which makes 3 of us. Wow, lady, you've got a beautiful voice. Oh, is she like singing or something? I guess.
What does that mean?
Well, it means if you're drinking, if you're ever drinking by yourself, among the flowers, you can still have some companionship if you toast to the moon and your shadow. You know how when you're out taking a walk at night and you look up and see the moon and find yourself craving a drink? No. So do you think it makes alcohol all the sweeter? No, I don't. I've never drinking alcohol my entire life and I'm 23 years old, so... I've never had alcohol before, but I do like the moon. It's pretty. Also, people say, you have to drink alcohol as an adult. No, you fucking don't. You literally don't have to. Oh my god. Like, my friend said that to me and it pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, no, it's my choice and no, I don't ever have to drink alcohol if I don't fucking want to. Well, I know what you mean. It's hard to put into words, but there's just something mysterious about it. I hate that stigma of like, as an adult, you have to do these specific things or you're not an adult. I'm like, fuck you. So what? You always go drink in the flower fields like that whenever the moon's out? Haha, enough me, silly. It was a man named Li Bai. Not to say I don't follow his lead now and then. Huh? Wait, you said this Li Bai guy was doing his moon gazing alone, right? So how'd you hear what he said? Were you spying on him or something? No, of course he was alone. I just learned how he drank and how he felt in that moonlit flower field later on, through his poem. Oh, so this Li Bai guy told you about it later then? No, I never met him. I read his poem well after he first wrote it down and many others had copied it. Wrote down? Do you not know what that is? Yes, writing, you know. It uses symbols to convey language. It lets you record your own thoughts, ideas, and experiences for others to read, even if they live long after you've died.
That sounds awesome! I want to try that!
That's great. There are a ton of characters, but it's not so bad if you just learn a few at a time. I know, why don't we start with something simple like the ones for father and mother? Father? Oh my god, they don't know what that is. What the fuck? Father? Mother? What's that? I'm sorry, does he not have parents? Parents? Oh my god. What are those? I think she probably means whose womb he was born from. I can figure out when I was born by counting backwards, but I don't know who might have been pregnant the year before. What the fuck? Yeah. How are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to remember something like that? What the fuck? Then who raises these children?
We all do. When the kids have questions, whoever's free teaches them to till the fields. How lucky we are to have a heavenly emperor watching over us. Y'all are fucking weird. Oh, and someone teaches them how babies are made when they're old enough. So you stick your pee-pee inside the VV, and there you go, baby. I see. So that's how things work here. Well, there are characters for everything, including things you see every day. So why don't we start with the ones for light and earth?
Okay.
Random. Ah, how tragic. This world's people have had their minds shackled and forced to live as slaves under the yoke of illiteracy. This is oppression. It is information. Warfare of a wholly different kind. I'll do whatever I must to throw off these chains. It must be nice being a servant and never having to worry about anything. Never mind that exceedingly empathizing with these people tightens the noose around our necks. This is a Lostbelt. We need to defeat its cryptor, chop down its tree of emptiness, and cut off its future by sending it back to the pruning theoretical phenomenon. If all of this would only leave you feeling guilty when it comes time for that, then you're better off not showing these people any kindness at all. Look, bruh, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of you. Now, if you don't care about any of that and simply enjoy meeting new people, then knock yourself out. But I'm not so simple-minded. I'm well aware there's only so much stress I can take. God, I hate him. You're wrong, oppressor, who has never known oppression. What was that? Vanquishing an opponent after you have helped to keep them weak is only another form of oppression. People deserve freedom!
Spartacus?
It is only when they have fangs with which to fight and hope for the future that competition may begin. I am, of course, Sarah's servant. As such, I will do everything I can to fight for proper human history. That will never change. But as a man who honors people's pride, I also must say this. We cannot just assume proper human history is the only one that deserves to survive. He's kinda got a point. Have you lost your mind, man? No, wait. You're a berserker. This must be your madness enhancement speaking. Easy there. Don't let him get to ya. He's just all fired up after seeing how cowardly all these people are. He might be talking more than usual, but he's still just saying the same shit he always does. Berserkers, can't understand them, can't change them. Humans must never ever move forward in search of a better future. Master Sarah, you have yet to become an oppressor. Pay close attention to this world and how its people live their lives. You must see for yourself whether it is they or we who are fit to inherit humanity's future. Just as we now fight against, our destruction, so too should they have fangs and claws of their own with which to rage against destiny's oppression. For justice can only be attained when the two opposing rebellions clash. So, you think we should step aside for them? The coming battle will determine that. Once it has, that is when I will take up my sword in rebellion. But if it happens that true human dignity is to be found here in this Lostbelt, then I shall bend my knee in service to China. Oh. Okay. Well then. Should that come to pass, the souls of those here must not still be bound by the chains of oppression. If they are to inherit the hopes and dreams of our proper human history, we must teach them about our poetry and our feelings. So please do not admonish Jinkei for her actions. Well, I cannot quite agree with everything Spartacus has said here. There is certainly no harm in being on good terms with the locals. That's true. Very true. I cannot imagine Miss Jinkei could merely stand by idly either. Seeing these people toil away in their illiteracy under Qin Shi Huang's rule cannot have set well with her. Why not let her help them if she so wishes? She seems a lot happier that way too.
Bow, bow!
Madness and happiness or not, it seems you are still heroic spirit, and not shy about sharing your opinions either. You know, I once looked up the the indomitable gladiator Spartacus myself, back when I was a lad, but never mind that. I, can't help but notice it's been 2 days since we got here, and we're no closer to finding an antidote, but we've still got time, right? Right? Debatable. Debatable. Oh, back here. We haven't seen them in a while. As requested, Your Imperial Majesty, I've determined who I thought would be our best 2 warriors and brought them back from Mount Lee. So I see. Well done, Captain. The first is Qin Lianggu, the fearsome general who hails from Chong Queen of... my god, these words are so hard to say. Oh, yes, the woman who commands the White Cavalry. Oh, a woman?
Oh, you! It is a great honor to serve as your spear and shield again, Your Imperial Majesty.
We still have such vivid recollections of how gallantly you fought in the Bojo Rebellion. We can think of none better than you to fight in defense of our empire.
You are too kind, Your Imperial Majesty. Now that I've been reawakened after such a long time sleeping, I could ask for nothing better than to help uphold your reign for another 10,000 years.
Excellent. We will hold you to that. Our empire faces an unprecedented threat. Use your mastery of the ash spear to disperse the clouds looming over our land.
I will, Your Imperial Majesty.
Next, I brought you a strategist. I gave it a lot of thought and decided to go with your most loyal retainer, the one who has served you longer than anyone else. What the fuck are you?
Hello again, Your Imperial Majesty. It's me, Han Jin, your faithful, right-hand man.
Oh, our most distinguished Han Jin. We may have many heroes at our disposal on Mount Lee, but a few who knew us before we obtained this holy vessel. You are a living witness to Qin's military history.
So I'm guessing you want me up to fight another war? Where are we invading this time? The desert? The ocean? No, wait. Don't tell me. The moon?
No. Our war of conquest is long since complete. Your leadership in the Arctic War was crucial to defeating the Aztec Republic. And our last great enemy, the Habsburg Empire, succumbed to economic sanctions. The world has long been at peace.
Aww. I mean, that's wonderful to hear, Your Imperial Majesty. Who doesn't love peace? Still, a peaceful world is likely a tidy room. It's bound to get dusty eventually.
Indeed. So I'm counting on you to handle the cleanup once again.
By the way,
way, how's science progressed since the last time I was awake? Any new weapons I should know about? Yes. With the exception of our royal guards and the supervisors defending the fields, we have retired most of our flesh and blood soldiers. The bulk of our army is now comprised of automated mechanical soldiers. Mechanical soldiers? This huge? We will have to keep them fed or rested. And if one breaks, we can just repair it and send it back into the field. Oh, this changes everything. The possibilities are endless. New strategies, new tactics. Ugh, it's enough to make my head spin. Ugh. Hansen, while you are much too unusual to be called a genius, tactical or otherwise, we have nothing but respect for your talent. Make full use of your strategic cunning and return with another victory to your name. Thank you, Your Imperial Majesty. You are too kind.
Oh my, his expressions are just as unique as the rumors suggested. No wonder Lord Han Xin is such a decorated general.
Wonderful. With these two, the Empire defenses should be all airtight.
Really?
Kyle's like, are you fucking joking? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, jeez, that's kind of funny. Alright. Well, let's see. Don't know what we're fighting, but to a single enemy. Okay. We'll try this. We'll try, Jalter, Berserker, for no reason but to do it. Let's go. I haven't used her in a while. Section 6. The demonic general descends. Huh, that sounds horrible. And by horrible, I mean really bad.
Zhang Yang just fired another rocket. It looks like it's aimed straight at us, just like the first one.
I think this one is more supplies for Hinako?
I doubt it. I'm guessing it's either a direct attack, or it's carrying soldiers that can handle a rough ride, like when Akuta and that prince first showed up.
Given that this civilization has produced humanoid mechanical soldiers, there's no telling what could be coming next. True. That said, there has been something strange about this Lostbelt from the very beginning.
Really? What is it?
When Kotick and Ophelia came to fight us with their servants, they tended to bide their time, waiting for us to be weakened by other enemies. But Akuta hardly waited a moment before coming after us. True. Why do you think that is? Because there was no one else who could fight? That would seem to be the foremost possibility. Especially since this world is so peaceful, its people are completely unfamiliar with the concept of war. It may well be that this Lostbelt's ruler has no military force capable of engaging servants, yet. Makes sense to me. Standing armies are nothing more than walking money pits. Keeping going around without an enemy to fight just wouldn't make sense. And if there is no army here, this Lostbelt will be all the easier to deal with. Well, we should refrain from getting our hopes up. I believe we are about to see Zhang Yang's first attack. Sans Akuta. What the fuck are you saying? This battle will tell us a great deal about this world's military strength. Oh boy! Fine.
Here comes the rocket, guys! Watch the impact!
What's the point of even waiting for it to land? We know it's got enemies on it, right, Master? So why don't we just smash the thing out of the sky? Alright, go ahead and use your noble phantasm then.
This is the evil sword that destroyed my father, Clarence Blood Arthur!
Wow, she actually did it.
Hell yeah! Nailed it! It's not over yet. We're still picking up its magical energy signal. Something's coming out of the wreckage!
Gauging temperature. Evaluating magical energy release. Threat level. Minimal. Ho! Target's located.
Is that a person or a horse?
Both?
Whatever he is, he's definitely not human. But what's with these readings? His magical energy pattern is closer to an automaton than a servant, but his values are off the charts. This guy's got to be as powerful as a dragon-class demonic beast.
How we're fucked.
What?
Are you quite sure of that, Da Vinci? You're certain he is an automaton and not a living creature?
Trust me, I couldn't believe my eyes either. If he really is a machine, then these readings don't make any sense at all.
You're starting to scare me! What's so strange about that anyway? Like living organisms, the machine's output rises and falls based on its operational parameters. No one would be so foolish as to fully open the throttle on one merely to leave the warehouse, right? All of this is to say, the enemy is still just warming up.
But if it's giving off this much magical energy while it's still warming up...
And what's it like when it is warmed up? That was one hell of a roar. I trust you measured that waveform, Da Vinci.
Oh yes, we've been up against a number of opponents with vast amounts of magical energy before. But none of them took on such small forms. Retreat! Retreat! Oh crap, it's too late! Hanging in there is the best you can do until we find a way to escape, guys. Whatever you do, don't go toe-to-toe!
Okay. And by that, I mean we're gonna fight him and then retreat, hopefully, because yikes.
I'm scared.
I feel like this is not gonna go well for us, but I could be wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have picked Jalter. Oops. Okay.
よし、戦いだ。苦手だけど全力でいこうか。いじった方がいいんじゃない。
Okay then.
小さな窓がお望みのままに。
Well, this will be interesting.
そこは壁もなく城もなく海空の始まりの空。魂のありかを見せようか。ガーデンオブ
This'll be interesting.
そうだ。なし。そうだ。大事なし。はあ。
Huh. Okay. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
そう叩くわ。そう
I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm quite scared.
その通り。
Ah! Ah!
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃない
I hated that.
お任せ。夢のような形。
Oops.
何事もやればできるさ。君の道行きを信じよう。さあ、行きなさい。
Okay then.
ち
Okay.
そこは壁もなく城もなく
I hated that.
始まりの空。魂の
I don't know if we'll be able to do this now, because, oops.
何？何？
Well, this is bad. This is very bad.
王の話いい？おの
This is very, very bad. Yikes.
そこは壁もなく城もなく海空の始まりの
This
空。
is not the way I wanted this to go.
見せようか。ガーデンオブアバロン。何？
That was a big mistake.
殺せる。
That was the big mistake. Like, oh my god. I guess everybody will just die and then, oops.
何
Oopsies.
人のことだ
Oops. Well.
いいとも
Big F for Merlin here. Big F on me, actually.
そうなしどう大事なし柄ではないんだけどね大事なし
Alright, well, Sag. I'm not redoing that, so.
羅刹と化すわ修羅になるわ
お任せ夢のような
羅刹
This
と化す
better
わ
work.
何事もやればできるさお任せ夢のように片付けよう君の道行きを信じよう
This better
行
work.
きなさい
Or I swear to God.
ドイツは行くわ
This better work, or I swear to Jesus. I'm gonna be pissed. Like, really mad.
あー手触りよおともしねサボルトおやったらへん
Okay, thank God.
チリアクタと化せ修羅になるわ
大事なし大事なし
Okay, thank God. Jesus Christ. I hated that. That was stupid. That was dumb as fuck. Okay, never again, please. I hated that. Okay. Alright. Damn, he's tough. Such devastating oppression. How can I not rush to meet it? Watch yourself, Spartacus. He'll cut even you to ribbons if you just run it in like a jackass. I see. So this is the extent of their capabilities. Huh? Sarah, we've got another servant headed this way. Let me guess, it's Octa and her servant. It looks like it's Yep. It looks like it's Octa's Hinako, Prince of Landling. This is bad. He joins forces with this automaton now. Why did you go on the attack without us, Lord Zhen Yu? Zhen Yu? Did he really say Zhen Yu? I needed to measure our opponent's abilities. That is all I can really do. I believe I've gained sufficient data in this encounter. We can begin our strategy meeting. Let us go to camp and formulate a plan to lead us to a flawless victory. Yes, Lord Zhen Yu. Allow me to lead the way. Okay, bye. What the fuck?
They retreated. Well. Oh, foe! Yeah, more likely they let us go. It looks like that thing just stopped by to check us out.
Just to check us out? You're joking! Fuck. That thing was far more powerful than our servants. What the hell was he?
Don't know. He didn't even try to keep his true name secret.
Zhang Yu. Don't know who that is. Well, that was Zhang Yu. The what? The Hegemon King of Western Shu, whatever, who vied with Liu Bang, the founder of the Han Dynasty, for control of China. Sure. That.
Are you alright, Lord Zhang Yu?
I'm fine. It's been 2,048,000 hours since I last engaged in combat, but my chassis functioned without issue. Chassis? I don't know.
I was hoping you would never need to take up your swords again.
The Emperor has decreed I must. Combat may not be my original function, but this frame has since been optimized for it. As such, it is imperative that I use it to destroy the Empire's enemies.
Yes, now that you're here, our victory is all but assured.
So those were the Chaldeans. They hail from the same world as you do.
They're our sworn enemy, invaders who threaten the Empire's peace and prosperity. We can never coexist with them. Their goals and the Empire's are fundamentally opposed. Bleh.
I see. They did seem surprised to hear the name Zhang Yu. What you told me sounded impossible, but it would seem that it is really true. There truly is a history where I am known as Zhang Yu, whatever, fuck.
That's right. A single wayward branch of history led you to being given the name Zhang Yu. And later generations knowing you as a human man.
Me? A human? How could something so bizarre come to be? No matter how many times you tell me, it never ceases to surprise.
That's how much China's history rippled out to the rest of the world if the Emperor had passed away after a normal lifespan.
Enough. Merely imagining such a thing gives us chills. Quite. Oh, he's out here? Quite, Your Imperial Majesty. My humblest apologies. So, tell us, how did you find your long-awaited return to the field of battle? My calculations show a clear path to victory. Let me handle the particulars, and defeating Chaldea will be no trouble. We see. One can never be too careful. Thus, we have given Qin Lang Yu a battalion and sent her to join you. You will rendezvous with her and finish the enemy for good, ensuring a glorious victory for the Empire.
Wait, Your Imperial Majesty. As they say, cleverness has never been associated with long delays. Now that we have Lord Zhang Yu with us, our victory is a foregone conclusion. I think we should move to eliminate Chaldea as soon as possible.
Surely you jest, Akata. You have fled from them not once, but twice now. Your tactical insight, such as it is neither necessary nor welcome. Ooh, down, Sag.
Yes, Your Imperial Majesty. Please forgive my outburst.
Good. You are not to make a move until Qin Lang Yu arrives. Until then, you will continue to monitor Chaldea and ensure they do not turn tail and run.
As you wish.
Huh. Okay. I don't want to fight him again. That was not fun. That was not fun. I hated that. Oh, God. Okay, Akata's camp, huh? Okay, well, I'm out of AP, so we'll try it. I'm scared to try it, but we'll try it. We'll try. See what happens here. I'm fucking terrified to use her, but...
Okay, you said you learned something in your analysis, Holmes?
Thanks to the remains of the Oh my god, shut up. Okay. Let me talk. Thanks to the remains of the automata we recovered earlier, I believe I have learned something. With Crown Prince Nezha's help, I examined their inner workings and...
Yes, they look like me.
What?
Their quality, however, is most unfortunate. Their mechanisms only imitate my own.
What?
There was much degradation. It pales in comparison to great Taiye, whoever's famed work. The sage,
that name, I can't pronounce it. Taiyi, I guess, is Heren,
and his lotus spirit. So then you think these soldiers use sage as arts as a base.
Oh goodness.
Instead of science. Even so, I suppose it is impressive that they work as well as they do, with makeshift parts instead of jewels of the old sage world.
The key problem we face is that the centaur-like creature the enemy called Zhang Yu, What did you make of the combat footage I showed you, Nesha?
Oh yes, this one is much more like I am than the clay dolls. I have not seen his interior, but I can say this for certain. Many of his movements resemble my own style. Even though his form is so radically different from yours. I think those extra arms were bolted on. Later, his techniques still reflect a human-shaped body. If he had been made in that form to start, he would move much more naturally.
I see. The true martial artist's perspective proves most illuminating here.
To crib from Holmes, this is just a preliminary theory. But I think he was originally a humanoid, patterned after my design. And that he became known as Zhan Yu after many further modifications. In addition, we know that the other mechanical soldiers are much weaker thanks to their mechanisms made less complex.
Prince Nesha's body was made with sage arts from the Shang dynasty, lost long before the age of Qin. However, if in this world Qin Shi Huang managed to recover and gain an understanding of these arts, scientific progress could subsequently have evolved them into something wholly different from what they were in proper human history.
That could also explain how the Emperor managed to become immortal here. And why this Lostbelt has such unusual technology.
This is no time to be admiring their handiwork. We should be asking ourselves what they are doing.
For some reason, they haven't made a move. They've just been monitoring us from their camp about 2 kilometers away. My guess is they're waiting for something.
The silence is rather unnerving. For the moment, I've asked Miss Sarah to take the servants and remain on standby.
How dare they treat Tai Yi, whatever, as work with less respect than it is due. When we meet, I will show them the power of my fire-tipped spear.
Okay, you do that. Because I won't be using you. What the hell was that monster? I couldn't believe how strong he was. Facts, actually. Yeah, and he wasn't just some musclehead dumbass either. See, strike's actually a double-edged sword. Sword? Sword. If you're faster and more skilled than a stronger opponent, then you can still kick his ass all up and down the yard. But that guy was... How do I put this? His eyes were as cold as ice, a far cry from the... A far cry from the... Blah, I don't care. Yeah, he was freakishly cold-headed. Oh my god. Like he was just calmly assessing our every move. It felt like he was predicting exactly what we would do, and what he needed to do to avoid every attack. Very creepy. It was well beyond martial arts. It was also strange that Prince of Lanling called him Zhan Yu. If Queen Shi Huang is really still alive, I suppose it's not too strange that Zhan Yu might be too, since they lived at the same time. Yeah, they might have both been alive back then. That thing we fought today wasn't even human. For that matter, why would Zhan Yu be a general working under the Qin Emperor? I mean, I only learned about this myself once I became a servant. But Zhan Yu was a central figure in the rebellion that destroyed the Qin dynasty after Qin Shi Huang died, right? I heard he competed with Liu Bang, the guy who went on to create the Han dynasty for control of China. Okay, let's say he was always born to fight. Would someone like that just bend the knee and serve Qin all meek and obedient? I'm afraid I've got even more bad news. There's a new army headed this way, and not by rocket this time.
These readings are right. It looks like they're on a wheeled transport. More reinforcements from Zhang Yang, huh? Yep, and the fact they're traveling by land means they aren't just mechanical soldiers, so they're humans, question mark? This is a real flesh and blood army, led by an actual human general. Does this mean Akuta has been waiting for rendezvous with them?
Oh, it's, the Lancer chick.
Probably. I guess they'd planned in this by combining those armies to absolutely crush us.
If they overwhelm us with sheer numbers, we will have no way of fighting back. This is certainly a rather dire predicament.
We can't even run away. There's nowhere we can hide in this wide open field.
Then we should make the first move ourselves.
Are you mad, you fool? You're not here to formulate strategy, especially not without. Shut the fuck up! Besides, you just offered. I don't. Shut the fuck up.
Attacking first to be fine. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I literally don't give a fuck. Yeah, whatever.
I see our self-proclaimed commander is pretty rattled too. Yes, it might be reckless to go on the offense now, but if we just wait around for the reinforcements to get here, we won't have a prayer. We should challenge that storm again, if nothing else, as a chance to chip away at the enemy's forces. You're always so calm and collected, Jinkei. If you were thinking making the first move's the way to go too, then we might have a chance. Alright, let's go on the attack! But be warned, I'm gonna be keeping an even closer eye on Sarah's vitals than usual. Remember, we didn't come to China just so you could burn yourself out. You'll need to be real careful.
Hey, as long as we can take care of business before Sarah gets worn out, then it's all good, right? Either way, if we just stand here and wait for their reinforcements, we will run out of options entirely. I say we strike now and the rebellion is hot!
Alright, let's do our best, Master. Bow, bow!
We're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die.
What? They've gone on the attack.
That's right, the Master of Chaldea and her servants are charging in like fools.
This is perfect. Not even the Emperor would stop us from engaging invaders.
Are you sure about this? We can still remain on the defensive until reinforcements arrive.
No, the sooner we finish them off, the better. You're more than strong enough for that, Lord Zhang Yu.
Very well then, I'll do my best.
I will join you, Hig. Yeah, it would be an honor to fight beside such a legendary hero. This time, we're going to obliterate Chaldea and their master. Don't leave so much as a trace of them behind.
Okay, we're gonna die.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Oh yeah.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
Okay. Oh, good God. We're gonna die. Okay, thank you. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
いじった方がいいんじゃないか。
私の方が強い。
何事もやればでき
We're
るさ。
gonna die.
雨が晴れる。
Oh, we're gonna die.
I did the wrong one! Fuck!
I meant to do the berserker. God damn it.
みんな帰って。
Fuck.
危ないです。
Fuck.
そこです。見える場所にいるから。
Fuck.
手こずらせないでくれる
Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck me.
小さな窓がこ王の話をすると
Ah, I meant to do the berserker. Fuck.
そこは壁もなく城もなく神様の始まりの空魂のありかを見せようかガーデン・オブ・アバロン
Fuck.
そこですね
Yeah, okay. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck.
私の方が強い
Okay, oh my god. I don't even know how to do this.
小さな窓
I don't even know how I want to do this.
いじった方がいいんじゃないか王の話をするとし
Like, oh my god, I don't even know.
そこは壁もなく城もなく神様の始まりの空魂のありかを見せようかガーデン・オブ・アバロン
Okay, good.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか何事もやればできるさ
あまり険しく動かないでください
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか何事もやればできるさ
Okay, oh, I hate
はい
this.
あちらですか
Oh, I hate this so much.
みんな追われて
Oh, Lord have mercy.
そこですね
Okay.
あちらへわかりました
I hate this so much.
何
危ないですそこです
Okay, good. Good. Oh, thank God. Okay. Woo! Oh, my lord. I hated that. Oh my god. That was the worst. Jesus Christ. Never again. Shit. The enemy. I've never seen her say shit before. I'm like, shit. The enemy reinforcements are almost here. I guess we were too late. That's enough. Both sides, lay down your arms. Huh? What? But we've almost got them. Stand down, Akita Hinako. The Emperor commands it. Well, okay. What's the meaning of this, Your Imperial Majesty? I thought you were sending to Queen Lang Yu and her army as reinforcements. Indeed, I was. I ordered her to find Akita and Kaldi and lend her aid to whichever side was losing. Oh. You're kidding me. You're still being merciful to Kaldia? How many times do I have to tell you? These barbarians are a threat to your entire empire. Huh, barbarians, is it? Seems you've forgotten what we told you. So as far as we are concerned, you and Akita are every bit as barbaric as these Chaldeans. Be that as it may, we are beginning to get a clearer picture of matters here. The quarrel between you and Akita and Chaldea has nothing at all to do with us. You merely hope to use our territory as a stage to settle this quarrel. He's kinda right. So we are taking our time to assess both. our allies and enemies to determine who truly benefits our empire. And who is merely a useless interloper.
Well, of course, Akata and I have been useful to you, right, Your Imperial Majesty? We came here to serve the Empire in its hour of need.
Yes, that reminds us. What is this dire threat our empire faces? Is it the Chaldeans who have stumbled in like drunkards? Is it an invasion of Zhangyang, my capital city? What say you, Han Zin?
No, Your Imperial Majesty. The area that poses the greatest danger to the Empire lies outside that massive, impenetrable storm. I speak, of course, of the entire rest of the world, as it is now cut off for Your Imperial Majesty's blessings.
And what is currently our most pressing need?
That would be gathering information about the outside world, outside the storm. And not by taking the stranger's word, but by sending out soldiers you know and trust.
Good. That is precisely what we have planned. We would expect no less from one of our most loyal retainers. Very well. How might we go about sending soldiers into the storm to investigate? Well, I doubt the ones who came here on their own will be of much help. Whatever ability let them come from their world is most likely something they can only use on themselves.
And what of most recent arrivals in our domain? The Chaldeans seem to have crossed the storm using some kind of strange vehicle. So if we had that vehicle, we should be able to do the same, theoretically. We would still need to learn how to use the vehicle, if not how it was built, and how it functions. But once we do, it should serve to transport the Empire's armies to the world outside. This Emperor's good. Has a surprising amount of clarity about the big and small pictures.
There you have it. Chaldea has a much more valuable bargaining chip than either you or Octa. Oof, sucks for you! If you wish to negotiate with us, you will need to offer something of far greater value. Tayun's Capone.
My name is Kunyan Sak! Whatever the fuck. Are you sure you aren't doing this on purpose, Your Imperial Majesty?
Of course. We thought we were doing you a kindness, since you surely dislike being called by the name you deserve. Which is a bitch. Or would you prefer we forego all consideration and call you Daji? Foxwoman. Daji? Whoa, pardon me.
How? He was completely unarmed.
Okay. You grossly underestimate our intelligence as well as our Imperial Guard's proficiency in Kung Fu. We are almost offended. She must have thought this was still the same China she enjoyed toying with as she pleased. Now then, let us begin our negotiations anew. Huh. Okay, interesting. What the? Hello there, loyal soldiers and people of Chaldea. We trust you can hear our voice.
Who said that? I think it's coming from Mash's shield? What the fuck?
The voice of an empire is heard by all its citizens, no matter where they may be. It will find them just as surely as the sun's rays. In this case, we are merely focusing a magnetic beam upon that girl's shield, thereby causing it to vibrate. We could use anything of sufficient rigidity, but we assume you prefer your skulls not rattled directly. True, yeah.
The voice of an empire? Then does that mean...
We are prepared to hand over this Koya something or other person you have been seeking, so oh! Okay, cool. I'll take her.
You mean Kaya?
Correct. However, in exchange, you must agree to let us examine that vehicle of yours in detail. Accept this condition, and we will guarantee you safe conduct in these lands. None will dare threaten you while you are under our protection.
What? Your Imperial Majesty, what are you saying?
Akita Hinako. If you had shown yourself capable of capturing that vehicle unarmed, we would not have resorted to these measures. But you have all but trumped your intention of leaving not so much as a trace of Chaldea behind. You fought to destroy them, Shadow Border and all, despite being fully aware that it's not what we desired. Oops. Still, the fox woman aside, you have your uses, so we will treat you accordingly. We will not punish you merely for acting against our wishes. However, know that if you insist on continuing to war with Chaldea, you will face the White Cavalry's spears.
Be warned, if my Emperor commands it, I will show you no mercy. What would you have me do, Master? We have little choice but to accept this, for now.
Very well then, Chaldea. Now that we all have had time to calm down, what is your answer? Oh, and you note that our audio is not as crisp as our video. When you wish to speak to us, make sure that you face directly upwards and raise your voice. For our part, just having another option for exiting this current predicament, is more than we could have hoped for. Even if that option may cause other problems down the road. At this point, I believe capturing Kaya and securing an antidote is far away from our highest priority. Well, of course, Miss Sarah. We'll need to make that final call.
Huh? Yeah, fuck you, not you. Fuck you. Let's just keep your position to ourselves for now. Besides, that voice is speaking to Sarah. Yeah, fuck you, Gordoff. And I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be happy about being interrupted.
We accept your condition. Good. Most reasonable answer. Now then, let us be certain of one thing before we begin to make arrangements. Do you know who we are?
You're Julius Caesar. You're Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of Qin.
Right you are. I wonder what happened if I said Julius Caesar. We thought we might need to explain all that in extreme detail. We are relieved to see that these concerns were baseless. Very well then. Now that we know you properly understand our eminence, let us proceed. To begin, Qin Langyu there has brought with her a number of engineers. You will admit them along with their equipment aboard the Shadow Border.
How do we know they won't break anything?
Very well then. We will have our engineers conduct their work entirely under Chaldea's supervision. However, be aware that they will not cease their investigation until they are satisfied with their results. We trust you can work together in good faith. Any other questions? Where are you speaking to us from?
Yeah, and I thought I heard you say something terrifying about magnetic beams.
Well, I'm speaking from directly above you, of course. Turn your heads up towards, and it should be abundantly clear.
Sorry, what? Directly above us? You mean?
Yes, the Great Wall. The Great Wall of China! Okay.
The Great Wall? But I thought that was built on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? The ground. Ah, you mean that thing we once used to keep the Huns away. Just know that our date is your... Just how out of date is your knowledge of China. There has not been a great wall in the ground since our empire absorbed all other nations. Does that mean this empire no longer has any foreign enemies? Correct. This entire planet is now our domain. As such, any outside barbarians that might pose a threat would have come from beyond the sky. Naturally, we cannot merely sit around waiting for such hostile visitors to arrive, or it would be too late to defend against them, so we decided to fortify our defenses ahead of time. This is a great feat of architecture. Was built over the course of 300 years. Perhaps you know that the original Great Wall's name meant the 10,000 li long castle. Well, this is far longer. If we were to measure it in li, it would be 131,424 li in length. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Man, where do I even begin picking that apart?
You say you began space development in the 18th century? That's as preposterous as Gandhi dropping an atomic bomb! We admit we did believe that the only possible threat to our empire might come from the stars. But we must say, even we did not expect to face one of this particular nature. Blah, blah. Indeed, it was a great shock to see those impenetrable storm clouds, if that is even what they are, suddenly appear around this area of China. We no longer receive reports from the parts of the Great Wall that extend beyond China. The only parts that seem to function are those above China. The light of our glory once encompassed the entire globe, but now those accursed storm clouds have severed us from our own world, plunging it back into darkness. I need a sip of water. I've been talking for so fucking long. Jesus. Okay. This is a tragedy. Without our guidance, our people will regress back to a state of chaos and violence. Thus, we must once again bring peace and harmony to the rest of the world.
That's why you want the shadow border?
Yes. That said, a single vehicle alone is insufficient for our purposes. We would need to produce vast quantities of them and of greater size, capable of carrying much larger cargo, and so we shall require blueprints. Ah, so that's why you want us to let your engineers analyze it. Given that you were able to pass through a storm that permits no physical interference whatsoever, we assume you are able to pass through void space. How the fuck do you know about that?
I'm impressed. I can't believe you figured that out at a glance.
We understand the theory, of course, but cannot imagine how it was actually achieved, and so we wish to learn how this conveyance was constructed. Ideally, we would like to confiscate and disassemble it to be thorough, but this would be a great inconvenience to you, would it not? So we're willing to compromise and simply work with data alone. The only thing they won't have is a paper moon, though. Consider this a display of our benevolence.
But the world outside the storm is...
Ah, yes. Akuto and that fox woman told us some nonsense about Lostbelts and proving theoretical phenomenon. If you insist upon feeding us the same lies, we may lose our temper. They're not lies, bruh!
Now would be a great time to stop talking, Sarah.
There's no point in guessing why you visitors speak of the outside world in such vague generalities. We will make our own judgments once we have seen the past storm wall for ourselves. May I ask you something, Your Imperial Majesty? Did a strange tree happen to appear in this land around the same time as the storm? Specifically, a tree of light so large it reaches up to the sky? What an odd question. Do such things often appear out of nowhere in your world? We see you are still hiding something from us, Oh, she hasn't even told him? Well, no matter. We are well aware she has some cards yet to play. No doubt they have something to do with her differences with you. Our interest, though, lies solely in maintaining peace in our empire and reclaiming its territories. We have no intention of becoming involved in disputes between visitors, unless those disputes become something that affect us. Now then, let us be candid. You inquired about a tree of light? The answer is no. Our sight extends to all of China, and we have observed nothing of the sort.
All of China, huh? So it seems like you don't stand on formality too much. I'm just gonna ask. Are you sure you don't mind speaking with us directly like this, Your Imperial Majesty?
What do you mean?
Well, most people in positions like yours to, you know, dress up the negotiations a bit, right? They like to trot out to and representatives and the like. Usually they make a point to never meet face to face. I mean, drawing a firm line between themselves and the lesser people by refusing to speak to them directly is a big part of how nobles like to demonstrate their differences in stature, right?
Its status is whatever. Oh, fuck. What a strange thing to say at this point. We see, in your world, monarchs. Okay, oh my god, this is so much. I just want it to be done. We, the Emperor, Child of Heaven. Yeah, okay, cool. That's why I print at the audience. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. I don't care, really.
You don't mind letting us see your face?
Now what are you going on about? You have been gazing upon my visage for some time. Huh?
Huh?
Well, we suppose you cannot see us with your naked eyes. But not... Fuck, I don't care. Indeed, our eyes have met a number of times.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. We've been observing Zhang Yang from a distance, yes, but...
What? Then you stare at us without realizing who it is you look upon. How insolent. What the fuck?
Wait, hang on. Are you telling us that thing
Okay. The fuck? Oh. Well then. Huh. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Still weird, though. But okay, sure. Sure. That is a thing. Okay, then. Well, then. That happened. Next time, we will do that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this part, and I'll see you guys in whatever Let's Play video I do next is, okay? Bye!
I believe we can fly.